Alright guys, welcome to another video. Another day, another adventure. Still in Asuncion, to call it Asuncion, as us English will butcher it and call it that. But yeah, this video is going to be another tour of downtown. Not the rough kind of area, but the places. It's just called the Old Town. It just kind of, some places it does kind of look like war-torn Iraq sometimes. Here's pretty nice, but if we go further, I'll show you later. But the park's pretty nice, but the most tranquil place in South America I've been to so far. I still got to go to Colombia because I've learned so much things about that. But anyway, this video is going to be about truth, another truth video about the girls in the world and guys in the world. As you see, like, America is getting more and more fake and more miserable as time goes on. Because the reason why girls are so miserable and so unfulfilled, I mean, because they're not happy. I've not seen a happy, fulfilled, attractive, fulfilled, because obviously if you're fulfilled and happy sexually and in every single way, happy, fulfilled, then that makes you glow, that makes you beautiful naturally. You know, instead of needing 10 coats of makeup, which girls do in this day and age, because they're just covered in crap, you know, and fakery. But girls aren't happy, you know, they're not happy because that's why they're always so bitchy online. You offer them something, you offer them the time, or offer to give them pleasure, or anything like that. You know, by not playing games with them, because games just waste time. But they seem to want the games, they seem to want to waste a life by the games, because they know they deserve a wasted life after being spoilt their entire life. But yeah, there's just none of them are strong and real enough for fulfillment. I don't think there's any. I won't be surprised if there's no sexually fulfilled or fulfilled in every single way girl in this white westernized day and age. I've not seen any anyway. I've only seen them maybe in countries like these, like Latino countries, you know, and other countries that have a real what do you call it, viewpoint of life and death, and you know, and a viewpoint towards life as well. But yeah, they're miserable because they follow fakery 24/7. They're spoiled pigs 24/7, and no one has the balls to tell them the truth, because guys are always lying to them to try and get sex. And it's just this big circle, like Big Bill Burr would say, it's all a big circle of information. This is the main square, the main park. Really nice place just to come and relax here. Uruguay Plaza, a bit like the plaza in Argentina here. Really relaxed, really peaceful place to come. Just staying in a hotel down there over Christmas holidays. But yeah, it's like 6 AM now. So far I come and see this place. It's the day before New Year's Eve. So yeah, but they're just miserable because you speak to them online, they're so bitchy, you know. So that isn't because, you know, they're getting lots of sex, or, you know, they're a real bad girl. Everyone tries to be a bad girl, of how media tells them how to be. No, it's because they follow everything that's through a screen, and it's made them miserable because they think that's the way. But they think that's the very truth, and that's the cool thing to do, to follow all the lies through a screen, to end up miserable like everybody else. Every girl's miserable in this day and age, and they all follow the same bullshit stuff because they don't have the strength for truth. And truth brings fulfillment, and the truth is always hard, and it's only for the brave, you know, that brave for real life. But they're not brave, they're all geeks by a screen. They're glued to a screen 24/7. In the 90s, we used to call people who were glued to a screen, we used to call them nerds or geeks, you know. I mean, I love nerds or geeks, I don't have anything against them. I was one myself in my teenage years, you know, always playing Nintendo and stuff. But this day and age, this is all girls, and all girls living by that, and the lies, you know. And yet guys are calling them great and beautiful and all this kind of stuff, and they're not, they're fucking ugly. You meet any girl, I mean, up close without makeup on this day and age, they're more uglier than any guy. Because guys at least have oxygen and real natural elements that gets to the skin, you know. Girls are not beautiful in this day and age. Trust me, I've met a few girls who look like Instagram models, and I've had sex with them, you know, one or two around Brazil. And no, I wish I didn't have sex with them. I only went through with it because I kind of thought, oh, I've gone this far, I might as well go through with it and have sex with them, you know. I really didn't want to, you know. I really regretted having sex with them because they were ugly up close. I actually felt like stopping having sex. I couldn't, you know, they didn't get me excited, they didn't get me aroused, because up close without makeup on, when you're having sex with them, they're ugly, without the filters, without all the other BS. They're actually really ugly, guys. They're just, I'm not gay or anything. I've never gotten an erection over a man, you know. I get erection over girls, but I mean the feminine way. But just they're not attractive. Guys are more attractive, not attractive, but good looking, you know. Not attractive to me. This will go viral. But yeah, that's the hotel I was staying in that room up there over Christmas holidays. Really peaceful, relaxing place. I was just sleeping and eating the whole time there after traveling around the world. I was so tired. Great view of the plaza, but it's so relaxing here. Argentina's all hectic and go, too proud of itself. The same as in Rio de Janeiro. This is so nice. It has really nice statues in this plaza. But if you ever want to come to a place and just retire and relax, Paraguay, Asuncion is the perfect place. No judgment. Everyone's so kind and so relaxed. It's the opposite of Rio de Janeiro, Buenos Aires, a bit like Peru. Has that same kind of feeling as Peru. But anyways, girls aren't worth it. You know, they're all a big smoke and mirrors to try and get you to lose your way. Because their only power they can have is by making men lose. You know, that's what it is. That's what sex is. Sex is man giving up his seed, his energy, life force to give pleasure to women. You know, because women get all the pleasure. Men go through all this hard work, and especially in this day and age, you have to go through this hard work, and then when it actually comes down to sex, you get too tired. Any human would be, you know, because there's this day and age with the way they're deluded by everything they're fed to them, the way they sit on their ass and they take a picture of their little toe, and they get $1 million for it, you know. And they will never know fulfillment, because fulfillment takes pushing yourself to achieve your dreams and fulfilling your own potential, and they'll never know that. And with that becomes sexual fulfillment, comes emotional fulfillment, physical fulfillment, financial fulfillment from the following your dreams, from all come around. You know, in every single way. And they'll never ever know that. And that's why they're so miserable, they're so frustrated. They're not cool, they're not bad girls. They're actually, if they're born after the 1980s or something, they're actually, they're actually all virgins. Because they just live their life by fakery and text on the screen and nothing, not judged by anything real. Like, you can meet any girl now and everything go great in real life. She'll seem really down to it. She'll give you tons of indicators that she wants to have sex with you, flipping it, all that kind of stuff. Like I have done, and she'll say, text me, you know, like this one girl did before. And then you can go online and you can text whatever the fuck you want. Like a pig can do that. A pig can move his thumb from left to right. You know, it takes, you know, but they'll judge you by that. And they won't judge you by anything else. They won't judge you by the feeling in real life, the eyes, anything that doesn't lie. They'll judge you by text and screen. And everybody lies. Everybody lies every single day to speak. You have to try and get fit in, to try and keep everyone really nice and comfortable. They sell every single day nice little cheapers. A bit like in Buenos Aires, and they have coffee and everything, stalls outside. That's what I love about Latin America. It's so warm and so cozy. You just go outside and see a table that's selling stuff. It's really nice. You don't find that in England. But yeah, and they judge by text on the screen, and they wonder why they're so miserable. I mean, because what goes around comes around. Every human knows that. That's human instinct. But that's girls have gone retarded since birth after a lifetime of learning lies. You know, a lifetime of learning systems and bullshit that's making them more miserable. You know, because everything that's taught to you, marriage, relationships, labels, like, oh, don't go near him, he's black, you don't go near him, he's white, he's this label, he's that label. Everything that's taught you is to try and get you to give up and consume, because no one profits off your accomplishment when you succeed. Everyone benefits when you're miserable, because then you give up, then you watch Netflix and eat pizza and you're so miserable and you cry yourself to sleep every single day and you need music and you buy all these drugs. It keeps everyone in business and it keeps the circle going around, and that's the way everyone is. That's the way 99% of the world is. And everyone gives up, and everyone calls it culture. Oh no, it's the culture. I can't do this because I'm a culture, because I'm a parent. It's because of this, because of that, because of limitations. Even though they have dreams and ambitions and desires, they never fulfill. Especially in this day and age, a bit, and that's why testosterone has gone through the floor. People are miserable now more than ever. Suicide rate is now more than ever. Even with women, it's usually always men that kill themselves, but now the women are starting to catch up. The suicide rate for women is going through the roof now, because they realise, well, they don't realise. They realise it too late in life. Maybe when they turn 35 or 25, when they lose their looks, that's when people start lying to them. That's when the first time they wake up, and then they realise it's too late for them. Their body's behind them. They maybe have like 1 year, 6 months or something, if it's like trying to catch up. When they realise, like at 25 or 35, they realise, oh shit, I've lived a life of complete lies. I've been lied to my whole life. I've been a spoiled pig my whole life. I'm panicking. What can I do? How am I gonna, give back and reward those that need it, or how am I gonna have the sex that I want? I never had the sex that I want because I was always being a spoiled pig. And I've got 6 months and a year to do it, and I've got no one to depend on now because all the guys I depend on are all gone. They're all because my looks is gone, and that's just give me a guitar. And that's America, England, all these first world countries for you, all spoiled by everything. I mean, you ask any girl now, she's like, I asked a girl the other day, she was like, oh, can you give me a Netflix account? Because I want to watch a movie. I said, mate, I haven't even met you. You're supposed to turn up and meet me. She's like, fuck off for that shit. And I'm here travelling the world and pushing myself out my comfort zone every single day, and no one can, and these girls can't even jump over a puddle. They just sit on their ass and they give excuses. They say, no, I don't want to do this, I don't want to go here. But the truth is, they never leave their room. They never go outside. They never go outside their friend zone, their comfort zone, or anything. And that's why the world is so fucked up. That's why everyone's so angry. And it's coming around all this ignorance, racism. It spurns racism, ignorance, and everything else. Limitations. And limitations, at the end of the day, always cause poison in any kind of way. When it isn't freedom, in any kind of way, it always causes poison and misery. But they don't realise that. They just think, oh no, I don't care. That's what they were saying. I don't care. Well, yeah, well, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you don't care. Nobody cares that people care. Nobody gives a shit. Everyone always cares about themselves. That's the truth, But they think they're special because they don't care. Bad. And they wake up, when they're young, they have this clean slate, this pure heart, and they're so happy. But then they're taught bullshit. They're taught bullshit by guys. As soon as they develop, it get attractive, and that makes them more spoiled, more weak, more deluded, thinking that they don't have to do anything, they don't have to achieve their dreams, and they just get more ugly by the day. And they realise that they don't realise that looks aren't going for the floor, because any guy will tell them they're good looking, even if they're not, just to develop their social skills, or just to get some girls to hang on their arms, just to make them look good to other girls that they actually like, And girls are just it's all one big delusion. And you see down now more than ever, racism, ignorance, Paraguayans with Paraguayans, Argentinians with Argentinians, Brazilians with Brazilians, and it's so pathetic and so limited. You cannot find a real, happy, fulfilled, strong girl in this day and age. In the early 2000s it used to be. They used to have Angelina Jolie and Lara Croft and all these really kick-ass, strong, real human beings and females. But now everyone's so fucking retarded. And that's when people were happy. You look round and the girls didn't need makeup. They were just naturally beautiful, like Brazilian girls. Because a lot of Brazilian girls are naturally beautiful. Mainly because of the nature. They're so close to nature. They have the jungle, they have the sea and everything. I've seen Brazilian girls who are like 35. I met this Brazilian girl who's 35. She looks 18. I've got pictures of her actually. She looked 18. We went out. I fingered her on the beach, and she wanted me to touch her and have sex with her right there on the beach, even when people were around watching. And I wish I did, because I think that's the thing in Brazil. You can do that and get away with it. But I was too busy playing games and being stupid, because I was used to the stupid kind of lifestyle of systems. But yeah, and they look 35, and they're 35, but they look 18. But then you have these girls in these countries like Buenos Aires, Argentina, Buenos Aires, who are like 20, and they look 65 because they're covered in 10 coats of makeup, because they're not following the one drug, sex, which gives. Sex makes you beautiful, it makes you happy, it makes you fulfilled, makes you free and unstressed, and it cures everything every single way. If you do it right, with protection, obviously. But people are too weak for that. People give excuses, go, oh no, I don't want to do that. People give excuses, saying they can't do it, they can't do this because of that. Oh, I don't like this, but the truth is, they never have sex. They just don't. They just stay in the room, eat pizza, eat Netflix, and when it comes around to them, this is karma when you don't do stuff. Because the hero does stuff. The real men, they reward what's real. If they see someone who needs sex, they go up to her and give it to her, without any lies, any agendas. And if she is right and real, then she will follow through. She'll say she'll follow through or want to, but then she won't do her part. She won't do the 1%. The guy will do the 99%, but she can't do the 1% because she's too weak, and that causes ignorance, poison, and all kind of evil to spurn. Not evil, but like patheticness. Girls love to think they're evil when they're not. They just sit on their ass and do everything. They're equivalent. If they had bad genetics, they'd all be fat, miserable and obese, because they all sit on their ass, glued to a screen, eat pizza, watch Netflix. I think they know anything, because guys tell them all this crap, you know, all the special. And guys that do that, they're the worst kind of effects in this world. They're almost a worse effect than women. Females. If females didn't look pretty or weren't delicate or anything, then men would have rid them for this planet. Men would have seen them for what they are, which is gremlins and ogres and the worst kind of plague on this planet ever. And we would have killed them off if we didn't need them to reproduce. Time's coming on now, and men realise that we don't need them because we don't want to reproduce. There's only an idiot will want to bring a child into this world, world of lies, and to go through the same torture, getting worse and worse with day and age, bringing a male into this world and knowing that they're going to have to go through lies, they're going to have to be fake, they're going to have to chase BS, they're going to have to chase all kinds of fakery, you know, to get a girl, to give a girl pleasure. You know, that's what sex is, giving a girl pleasure, going out of the way. Because women have all these orgasms, all these pleasures, all this fulfillment. And there's many types of orgasms. You know, like clitoral, stimulus, full body, you know, all these different types of orgasms, which is 10 times more fulfilling than anything a male has. And men get this one little release, and men look angry when we have sex. We're angry because we're doing it to fulfill women. We don't feel anything, you know, fantastic. We don't go, oh my god, this feels so good. You never hear a man feel that, scream that. You hear a woman scream that, but then yet they're still not playing, and they see sex as, ooh, sex. No, because they're deluded by a lifetime of lies through media and family and all these traditions and all this BS that wants to make them miserable, wants to make them not succeed. Yeah, because everybody on this planet is on this planet for themselves. They always want them to succeed, but not get more pleasure than them, because they're too scared of being jealous of them. Because everybody's jealous. Everyone's always in this planet for themselves. But yeah, women follow fakery, lies, 24/7, and they wonder why they're so miserable. I've not seen you find any woman who's really, really happy. I've only probably met one woman who's like really happy, really naturally happy, naturally beautiful, naturally fulfilled.